Hi guys, Hasina here with another chat. Happy summer, happy July. I hope everyone is enjoying this wonderful warm weather. Today, as usual, I have a lot of different topics that I have kind of like on my list, but I think I want this a little off the cuff, on the fly, just to reconnect, just connect for the summer. First thing I think before I start talking about anything, because you're supposed to do your digital logistics, get them down. Logistics, I don't know. Digital paperwork, that's better. Okay, so if you're liking these chats, please click like, please subscribe. I have a new Instagram page at Hasina Flower. That's HASINAFLOWER. And let me know what you think about these. Definitely leave comments. I'd love to hear from you. So, I don't even know where we're gonna go with this. It just felt like it was a good time to post a video. I think for me, I'm doing. Last month I did 3 videos. One was on boundaries. One was natural hair. One was my first Get Ready With Me, talking about platonic relationships and love and loss. And I think so far, I think 3 a month might be the ticket for me, because I want to stay consistent. Sometimes that's tough for me to do, but I do like this as an outlet, so I would like to continue to do that. So yeah, it's summer, it's January. It's summer, it's July. I'm enjoying the longer hours of daylight and going out and just being able to kind of be outside longer. You can be out at night, but just getting some of that sunshine and that sunlight. I know that's necessary for me. I got to go to the park, and that was awesome. Like, those things, I mean, it's such a small thing, but those things are like huge for me. I'm someone who really needs to be outdoors more often than not. It's just been good so far. I don't know. I think one thing that's been standing out for me, and this has actually been the case for a few months, is kind of, when you have changes in your life, or as you grow or you change, while being like really like aware of yourself, you notice that like sometimes the things that you found enjoyment in, they shift, they change. And one day I woke up and it was just like everything that I that I thought I liked, I didn't like. And I kind of felt at a loss, among other things, because I think that, if I'm honest, I am going through like one of those major like transitions in your life. Like, I'm really reevaluating everything. It's been going on for a couple years, but I think it was a couple years with like a lot of other stuff going on. So now I'm really like seeing like, oh, these things that were really important to me and that were really exciting for me, they're not that now. And that will be okay, but I also don't fully know what is. So I've been sitting with that for a little bit. I bring that up, because I was just talking about how much I like the park. That's one of those things that's stayed, which I'm incredibly grateful for. So what I've been doing is I have been keeping a list of things, like if I go and do them, how they make me feel, if I like them or if not. Not so much if not, I don't put that on the list, but if I go somewhere and I do something that I really, really enjoy, that I add that to the list, just so that I'm redefining how I live my life, how things affect me, how I feel about those things, so that I have some actual concrete answers of what I truly like. Because I woke up one day and I kind of felt like, I don't like anything. I don't like anything that I used to like anymore. And I'm laughing about it now, but it was kind of daunting and like upsetting. Because often I use those things, I use those things to soothe myself and have peace. You know, I mean, I'm very clear. I don't know if, I think I've made it clear already. You know, I do deal with bouts of anxiety, among other things. And so the things that I did like, they were self-soothers for me. So then I woke up one day and then I didn't like those things. And it's like, that's weird. So like I said, I've been creating that list, and it's been beneficial because I think sometimes you think you're going to remember those things or they mean something to you, and so they're going to have like a real click in like understanding and connecting. And honestly, sometimes you have to just old school it and write it down. You have to write it down and say what your interests are, just so that you can have something to refer to when you have those days when you feel unsure. So that's been really, really helpful. I'm very grateful for that. So like I said, I'm liking the park. I love to see comedy. Those things I've always, like, I like to laugh, but I didn't know how much I like seeing comedy shows and stuff, and I really, really enjoy it. I don't like to be in the front though. You know, I don't want you coming for me. But I mean, if I'm honest, that's usually not even the kind of humor I'm into. Like, I probably wouldn't even be there for like that kind of stuff. But yeah, just using the summer months to kind of redesign parts of my life. I'm saying I'm redesigning it, but it's like the universe is redesigning it and I am surrendering to it. That's probably the more truthful statement. So like when I see something no longer resonates, that I do not fight to keep that in my life and honor that that's not so, and let's find out what else is, so that, you know, you don't feel like there's nothing. Because I can feel that way sometimes. I'm sure some of y'all can too. So even that, like even these videos, I enjoy doing them. Otherwise I wouldn't do them. Getting to do them is that like, getting to them is that tough, like, gray area. I'm like that with some things. Sometimes there are things that I love, but getting to the thing makes it tough for me to like want to do the thing. And I don't even know what I mean by like getting to, because sometimes there's nowhere to go. It's like getting here and here to the thing. And just like recognizing that, because sometimes it's you intuitively knowing that the thing's not for you, and that's why there's resistance. And then sometimes it's outside chatter or your own noise or self-doubt that is keeping you from the thing, and finding that balance and making sure that the voice you listen to yourself is yours. So yeah, so like I said, right now doing these videos, I think for now 3 videos a month is the ticket for me. Because there's so many things I want to share. There's so many perspectives I want to hear, which is why I asked you guys to comment and, you know, let me know your thoughts. And I think there's just different topics and different perspectives and different ways of seeing things that we're not seeing online as much, because there's an aspect of being online where my brain is saying like the Truman Show. So, you know, the Truman Show was a while ago. Maybe some people don't know about it. It was Jim Carrey, and he lived his entire life as a reality show that he was not aware that he was on a reality show, but everyone else was. And so the way he was living his life was so authentically driven. And then, I mean, well, the part where he finds out, it's kind of like horrifying, at least from what I remember. But I think now, you know, we know that we are being watched. So how we express those things it's hard to keep it fully grounded because there's an aspect that's always going to be a hair or more performative than if we didn't know we were being filmed and having those same topics. So, you know, that's something that I think about a lot. I think about it a lot as a performer. I think about it a lot as a performer who watches society a lot and just kind of wonders about how all these different options to express ourselves can impact us collectively when it's time to go back in and go back into ourselves. I hope this is clear. I hope it's making sense. Because I'm trying to find a way to phrase it that doesn't sound like almost like bitchy or a little bit of a dickhead. Because I don't mean that, but I do think it is something for us to think about. I said to someone once that sometimes, oh, don't come for me for this, but sometimes as a performer, it kind of like igs me to be in spaces that are not performance spaces and see so many people performing. As a performer, it gets to me to be in non-performing spaces and see so many people performing. What I mean is that you see people like, there's like a space in between them. There's them, there's what they're saying, and then there's this like space where, you know, it's not even just like inauthentic, because I don't think inauthentic to me is just more like, it's more purposeful, like it's more audacious. Like sometimes people don't know, but they've been conditioned to feel like, oh, I do this now, and so I'm doing this. Does everyone see me doing this? Because this is how I feel about this. Do you see me feeling like this? And you would never do that, all that shit, if you thought that you could just exist in this space and be within this space, and that was enough, that your version of how you expressed yourself was enough. So I sit with that a lot of it. Especially even doing these videos. I would love, you know, to connect with more people, for me and more people to be interested in my videos. And I think that will come someday, but I don't have the personality of like, when I'm performing, I'm performing and you'll know it. When I'm not performing and I'm just connecting and I like want to reach out to you, I want you to feel that. So I guess, yeah, I mean, the conversations I always have, they're about authenticity, they're about connectedness, they're about groundedness, they're about remembering yourself, they're about reimagining yourself, they're about learning yourself again and again and again and again, and knowing that it's okay when things change. So those are my thoughts for today. I hope that wasn't all over the place. I hope it made some sense. I hope that it resonated with you. I hope that it was clear. I hope that you, like I said before, you get outside and you get some of this sun and some of this warm air and some of these blue skies, and just enjoy and soak it in and be kind and be loving. And take a break from things that you need to take a break from. If you feel it in your heart, it's okay. We'll still be here after. And have a wonderful week. I will talk to you soon. One love. Peace.